The reason why to have dogs has changed. We used to have dogs because we had pieces of land and running farms and stuff, and then the dogs would clean up the excess spillage from the farm. And to people eating there, big families, they always had, the dogs there. But now, I mean, you don't see that. That scene is not happening. You see that they are being carried around in cages, and they're um, it's a big thing. Something I guess I just need to leave it alone. But I see that it's a trend that, well, I'm sure these people, narcissists, they see it as a status or something, or and like they see the picture of it, having a dog, the dog on the leash, and you put it in the car and it's sticking its head out the window. But they don't, like a narcissist, they don't take in consideration the quality of the life of that dog. They don't know anything about the quality of life, by the way. So everything that is suggested as to how to take care of the dog, which is suggested by moneymakers, by the way, and okay, this is really what I want to say is, like, you can see dogs are getting sick more and more, and then things are coming up, situations like diseases are coming up. Okay, so well, you get the vaccines right away first, and of course that's what's causing the diseases. That's what they did with human beings. You see how they suck them into health problems, and then the vets are like, and who are they? Well, can they be trusted now? You look at them, and it's like, who are these people? That, that they'll sell you a special food because they know their diet needs to change or something, and that food, it can't be trusted either, you know. And people, God, I hate this talk like this. This must be, is Venus opposing Pluto? I mean, this is what we would talk about. Um, you know, Animals don't want to eat the human food either. Because I was going to say, well, you're better off feeding them the leftover steaks and bones, and just buy them a rack of the on sale chickens and stuff. Why? Because it's the same stuff. I mean, it's chicken, right? I mean, that's what you would be getting the dog out the barn. The leftover things, um, just keeping the place clean. But no, the animals don't even like it. They don't eat it. I noticed a change. It's like, ugh, you want to, my latest epiphany about eating is that, eating isn't as good for you as fasting, period. And if you can simmer it down to just like one single thing, one main staple with a few other safe things, like for me, I've been fixating on cabbage. I find that I can just put that on anything. Macaroni and cheese, a handful of finely chopped cabbage, raw or cooked. Raw is so good. I just love it raw. It's like, why is it so good? Body craves it. You need it for some reason. You really need that. That's the way it really is. I'm speaking from the Venus and Virgo place at the late degree of 23, and I have 5 planets under that rulership there, so I obey that woman. This is Sylvan says, by the way, now that we're all hung over from Leo, over there partying all night and doing whatever, cotton candy. We need to cleanse and detox this shit and be careful. And that's what I'm saying. My God, it's not, and bless your food, and make sure you're drinking um, clean water that tastes good, like that you can't taste at all, but feels good. For me, I can just feel it. I'm a Venus and Virgo, baby, and I'm talking about, like, some people are so insulting because they say, "Oh, that's just your imagination." It's like, And all the tumors walking around there is just my fucking imagination too, huh? Yep, one of these videos again, like, oh, and okay, never mind. At this point, I want to turn into Nietzsche and just go like this. That's what fucking pretty much what you deserve as a conversation. For how many ever years that we associate? 15, 60? Fine. I don't do that all the time. Maybe. Are you always going to be here all the time? I end up in a fucking nut institution. Well, somebody else comes to visit me, like that I care about, and I'll be like, oh, how are you today? Is everything fine? Yeah, sure. The food's kind of, give me a blah blah blah, whatever. What's going on with Nietzsche? Did you hear that story? But I don't want to either. It's interesting, though, really. I find it profoundly interesting. My dad really liked Nietzsche, and I remember conversations about that from his brother's point of view, talking about like, well, your dad liked a crazy person, you know. It's like, well, but he wrote a bunch of books, and he was in like Flynn. With the masterminds, they're still working today, as far as what does work today to totally control your minds all to hell.